Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm Eugene Mock, and I'm here to help you achieve the life that you want to be living. Today's topic, we're going to start talking about money. So when you think about the one thing that separates the rich from the poor or working class, of course, it's money. And without money, there wouldn't be a difference between us. So let's go ahead and get into that just a little bit. So the first thing I want to talk about is stockpiling money, or what we call building wealth. Now, the only way to do this is to spend less than you're bringing in every month. And we call this cash flow. So this is just a comparison of the money you have coming in versus the money you're spending throughout the month. If you work part-time and you bring in about $850 a month and your bills add up to around $560 a month, you're going to have a positive cash flow of $290 per month. So you have a positive cash flow if you spend less than you bring in. You have a negative cash flow if your bills and expenses are greater than the amount of money you bring in every month. However, that's if you don't spend any other money throughout the month. If you go shopping with friends, go out to eat on a regular basis, or even if you just stop and pick up that morning cup of coffee before work, you can easily blow away your $290 of positive cash flow. And potentially even go negative if you use things like credit cards and personal loans, or even payday lenders. So if that sounds like you, then we need to take some time and figure out where we can either cut back on expenses or increase the amount of money you have coming in every month. So if you decide to increase the amount of income that you have rather than cut your expenses, you can do this in a couple of ways. You can either work odd jobs on the side, get another part-time job, try and get a raise at work, or find a way to bring in some passive income. But if your situation doesn't allow you to increase the amount of income you have coming in every month, or it just isn't feasible at the time, then we need to look at your expenses. Are there places you can cut back? If you have a cell phone bill, can we reduce that cost? Is there a way to get onto a family plan with family members or friends to make your bill just a little cheaper every month? If you go out to eat regularly, let's say you go out 2 or 3 times a week, can we cut that back to once a week, or even 1 or 2 times a month? You wouldn't believe how much money you can save by not eating out. I know when my wife and I went out just last night, we spent about $40 between the two of us. Now, we don't do that all the time, but that is $40 every time we do it. And that was a relatively cheap date night for us. We like to go out, we like to have fun and do things with our friends. So that money could add up really quickly if we weren't careful. If we did that 2 or 3 times a week, that would be $80 a week. 8 times 4 is $320 a month we would spend just going out if we went out twice a week. So we need to think about how we're spending our disposable income. And this is the amount of money you have left over after you've paid all of your bills. So in the example that I gave you earlier, it was $290 that we had left over after we paid our bills for the month. Now, we could spend that on entertainment, we could go out to eat, we could spend it on shopping, we could do anything we wanted to with that money. But what I'm encouraging you to do, if you're trying to build wealth and change your situation, we need to save and invest that money rather than spending all of it. I'm not saying you have to save and invest the entire $290, because obviously we would still want to have fun, we want to go out and do things, and occasionally there are things we need, but we don't need to spend everything. So one way that I choose to save money throughout the month is I don't buy coffee from Starbucks, Dunkin', or even our local coffee shops. I buy good coffee, and we have a Keurig at home, so I can make iced coffee, I can make hot coffee, whatever I want straight from home. Now, I do buy good coffee that I enjoy, and that's okay because the cost is still considerably less than I would spend going out to Starbucks a couple times a week. So, for example, this coffee that I made, it's iced coffee because it's summertime, it probably cost me about 30 cents. But if I went to Dunkin' or even Starbucks and got a large iced coffee, I would spend anywhere from $3 all the way up to $7 depending on what I got. So my savings right there are significant throughout the month because I'm one of those people that I drink coffee just about every day. Another big area where a lot of people can save money is the clothing that you buy and wear. So you'll notice that I'm wearing this really brightly colored t-shirt. This is a free t-shirt that I got for serving as a representative to my union's national representative assembly, and they gave me a free t-shirt. Why should I go out and buy a $30, $40, or even $60 t-shirt to have someone else's logo on it? It's just a t-shirt. I'm not trying to impress people with the clothing that I wear around the house. Oftentimes we get caught up in social comparison where we're trying to fit into a group, or we want to be popular in school if you're still a high school or college age. The question I have for you is, why are you trying to impress people who make minimum wage? Rock that free t-shirt. Stop spending $60, $70 on t-shirts and shirts that really there's no extra benefit to other than social status. Right now we're trying to build real social status rather than perceived. And that's why we need to stop socially comparing ourselves with everybody else. I don't care that I drive a 12-year-old vehicle. I don't care that most of the t-shirts I wear I got for free. I don't care that I drink coffee from home rather than Starbucks or Dunkin' or even from our local coffee shop. So do yourself a favor and your bank account a favor and find ways to trim back on the things that you're spending money on. Like I said, whether it's eating out regularly, buying clothes that you really don't need, because we all know that we have that box of free t-shirts from every organization we've been involved with that just sit around and we don't wear them. So break those out and start wearing those t-shirts. Why buy another t-shirt when you still have 15 at home that are in perfectly good condition? To be honest, most of us wear the same 10 items over and over again. So why do we have closets and closets worth of clothing that we don't usually wear? And that could be another source of income. There's all sorts of online websites where you can sell gently used items. Get rid of that stuff you're not wearing anymore. So one book I would recommend to you is The Millionaire Next Door. This is a great resource for understanding how people build wealth over time. And usually the people that you find out are wealthy, you wouldn't think so by looking at them. If you look at famous people like Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, they're not wearing $1,000 shirts or pants or shoes. Why? Because they don't want to waste the money on it. This is one thing that drives me crazy about a lot of people who say they struggle financially. They're struggling to pay their bills, they're struggling to build up wealth, but they're buying $300, $400 tennis shoes. That just doesn't make sense to me. Now, if tennis shoes are your thing, sure, great. But that's going to make it harder for you to achieve the financial success that you want to achieve. I'd love to know what you guys think about this topic, and if you enjoy this content, please hit the like button, subscribe so you can get notified every time I post a new video, and definitely make sure to check out the books that I've written in the links below. Alright guys, have a great day. I'll see you later.